Where am I?
What's up, gamers? And for the first and only time, I am extending a welcome to non-gamer individuals.
Wow.
Groundbreaking.
Exclusivity on Bad Boy Crimes.
We're inclusive.
We're on a network now. We kind of have to be.
We are on a network.
In a very, technically speaking, it's not a lie.
It's our network.
Yeah. True, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. For those who don't know, I have coronavirus 19. I guess it's not like legally called long COVID yet, but I have been sick since Christmas. It's been about a month, and I think I'm just gonna die, which is great. I haven't left my bedroom in feels like forever. I don't even go to other parts of my house. So I've mostly been losing my mind.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Based on Twitter and stuff, yeah.
Oh yeah. And normally I would have anecdotes about I don't know, people at the Box Factory. Haven't seen them.
You can make something up. Just
oh boy,
I'm sure a lot of it could be kind of algorithmically driven. You know what I mean? You could set up a Mad Libs thing where you just swap out different words and make up a Box Factory story. It'd probably be close. You know? It'd be near it. You know? Sure.
Instead, what I've been doing, instead of concocting stories based on the Box Factory, I've been trying to come up with movies, and I've realized that all the best movies are just combinations of two other movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Employee of the Month, Let's Go to Prison. That being one movie.
That would be great.
That would be the best movie.
So I've been coming up with some movie mashups, and I've written some notes.
I was wondering where the notes were coming in.
I've written some notes of some classic film mashups that I think would go great. American History X-Men, First Class.
X-Men First Class, though, is a good movie.
So is American History X. Imagine if they were mashed up. Imagine if Edward Norton with a swastika tattoo also had super healing or something. Or laser vision. If he was Cyclops, if Cyclops was a neo-Nazi.
That's kind of the plot of the Eternals. Not even that's not even really that much of a bit.
Haven't seen it, but nailed it.
No, go watch it and you'll go,
I could have made this movie. If only I was sick a little bit earlier.
If only you were Chloe Zhao, you could have made Marvel's The Eternals.
Chicken Little Nicky.
Okay, what does that look like?
Adam Sandler claymation. I haven't seen Chicken Little at all, and I have seen Little Nicky.
That's Chicken Run.
God damn it. I also haven't seen Chicken Run. And I haven't seen Little Nicky probably since 2009. So, use your imagination on that one. Freaky Friday the 13th. That's Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
I forget her name.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's the one.
Shout out to Activia. What a great yogurt.
I guess it's what if Lindsay Lohan swapped bodies with Jason? That would kind of rule.
Isn't there's a movie that's like that with Vince Vaughn in it?
Okay.
I know, I swear to God, there's a killer and the girl body swaps into the killer and then the killer's in the girl's body. That's a thing.
Are all of these real movies? I'm just doing the title mashup that they should have used.
Yeah, you're like 2 steps behind Hollywood already, dude.
Here's one that I'm very happy with. This is a great one. The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Okay.
Brendan Fraser, Martin Freeman. What if the hobbits were searching for buried treasure in the core of the earth? I don't know the plot of that movie. I've
read the book. I don't know.
All I know is Brendan Fraser's in it.
Journey to the Center of the Earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a hobbit. Though that would be funny if he was.
But yeah, if he was a hobbit and he was going to the core of the earth, that
Brendan
might
Fraser
be sick.
as he looks now as a hobbit would be very funny. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible.
How great's Brendan Fraser?
It sounds like you're gonna die, dude.
Yeah, I might.
So, folks, if you want to co-host Bad Boy Crimes,
send me your resume.
Yeah, that could be an
And I
episode.
will-
We just read that. We read resumes for your replacement.
Yeah, including their
Watch
contact
me die
information.
instead.
And then I still get replaced, but you don't.
It's just a one-man show. Some guy, not because it's not like a girl's gonna
No,
do this,
absolutely not.
or they them. No,
That's not happening. A Lion King Kong could be good. Also directed by Peter Jackson.
okay. What is a Lion King Kong look like?
I'm imagining like the Mufasa death scene, but with King Kong on the Empire State Building, and he gets run over by traffic.
It's like Rampage, but there's a giant lion.
Yeah, there's a giant lion, and he's on top of the Empire State Building, and he pushes.
Empire State Building.
I know what I said.
Was that on purpose, or did you catch yourself and then you're like,
That's fine.
It.
Move on.
Yeah.
No, that was on purpose. It's called a bit within a bit, folks.
Sure.
Yeah, a giant lion pushes King Kong off the Empire State Building, and he gets run over by like 5 o'clock traffic. And then I guess a smaller monkey mourns his death.
And that smaller monkey is called a human being.
That smaller monkey is the logo of this podcast. What if it was us in a gorilla costume in a Lion King Kong?
Well, that's how we record every episode of this podcast. I mean, the audience doesn't know that, but we're just in gorillas costumes.
Yeah.
Because we're bad boys.
We are bad boys.
And our crime is doing visual bits.
We do way too many visual bits.
When you were bringing that up on the Doug Zone, I was like, yeah, well.
Yeah. This is not wrong.
I mean, they're not for the audience. They're mostly for me.
I think it's like a little bit to try and make me mess up. But like I mess up so frequently it doesn't matter. Okay, I got 2 more.
Okay, great.
Office Space Jam.
Okay. All right, I like that.
It's
Office Space, but the Looney Tunes are there and it's live action.
Yeah,
Is there basketball? I think we get rid of the basketball.
Yeah, I think we just put Warner Brothers characters within an office environment.
Yeah.
Where they have to be professional and not wacky.
That's pretty funny, actually. That's a good movie.
And they're like holding in like Tasmanian Devils, like going insane. He's Michael Bolton. I can't remember any other characters in Space Jam. I remember Bill Lumbergh. Tweety is Milton. What's his name? The stapler guy?
Yeah, it's Milton.
Nailed it. All right, final one. A Bug's Life of Pi. Is that
okay? Or is it like bugs just like on a leaf in not like the ocean, but like in like a river or something?
Yeah. And then instead of a tiger, it's like a dung beetle or something.
Yeah, some fucked up weird bug. Yeah.
That's it.
Well, in A Bug's Life, it is weird because there's like some bugs that are like clearly smart. They're people bugs, right? And then there's some bugs that are like animal bugs, and they don't talk, and they're not smart. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel. It's like kind of the Goofy's a dog and Pluto's a dog, but one of them's more of a dog, you know? It's that, but there's like a whole universe where that's a thing, and that they just don't acknowledge it. And Kevin Spacey's there. And he's the best part of A Bug's Life. I said it before on this podcast, I'm pretty sure, but he whips ass in that movie. Hopper's a very compelling villain. One of Disney's best villains, I would say. Well, Pixar, but it is Disney.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Everything's Disney now.
We're Disney.
We are Disney.
If actually you didn't know that, but
yeah, we did. We joined a network. We created a network.
Disney bought it up immediately.
We haven't even announced it, and they bought us up. So now we are canon within the MCU.
Well, I already have been. As we all know, I've been in every MCU movie.
That's true.
That is true.
But now the podcast is canon.
True. Yeah, because spoiler for the next one, our next appearance is just going to be as two guys podcasting in the new Doctor Strange movie. It'll make sense when you see it, but
yeah,
it's a multiverse of madness. Let me tell you, brother.
Yeah, we did show up in Enter the Spider-Verse when he just has headphones in at one scene. He's actually listening to this podcast. Yeah, they play Post Malone out loud,
but he's not actually listening to Post Malone. That's just
that's non-diegetic. Yeah,
and you would think it is because it changes to being diegetic later in the movie, but that's kind of just that's. There's a tip of the hat to Bad Boy Crimes in there, even though he didn't exist at the time. But time travel happens in the future, so actually we're in the past, and we're a different podcast in the past, but we haven't gotten there yet for us, even though we already exist. So maybe you guys have figured it out.
The MCU timeline and the BBC timeline are going in opposite directions.
It's
if
you think about it,
in the last MCU movie is going to be our first appearance.
Yeah,
because that's when we met.
Yeah, we met on the set of the last MCU movie, and we're not going to tell you what it's called because that would be against our NDAs.
Yeah, but just know Robert Downey Jr. might be in it. Who's to say?
Who's to say? Keep your eyes peeled. Lots of other fun secrets and surprises in that last one. Let me tell you. God, I love saying I'm in Marvel movies. It's the funniest bit that me, Marty, one person in the Reasonable Beef Discord, nobody else likes it.
Those are the best bits. Especially I just did a 10-minute bit. I just did a 10-minute bit about movies that only I like it.
Some of which also already exist.
Okay, but they don't have the names that I came up with.
No, but still, it's the Freaky Friday the 13th. That exists.
I haven't seen it. If I had seen it, I wouldn't have said it. Actually, I probably would have said it, but I may have prefaced it. How about... You're right. This is a good one.
It's called It's literally called Freaky.
Fuck.
Damn it. It's literally.
Who's in it though?
Well, Vince Vaughn. He's the serial killer guy.
Right. It was Vince Vaughn. Crazy.
It came out in 20. Catherine Newton, I guess, is
this girl. Came out in 2020.
Yeah.
No one paid attention to movies that year.
It came out late 2020. I remember seeing ads for it, though, when I was in the theater. Nobody else, but...
Yeah, no one was paying attention to movies at that time, in my opinion. Not my fault.
I was paying.
How about this one? You ready?
No.
This is a character that's also you.
Okay, now I'm ready.
One of the characters is also you. License to Kill Bill Volume 2.
Okay, who am I?
You're James Bond.
Dude, I am James Bond, especially in No Time to Die. Whew.
Yeah.
What a picture!
No Time to Die Another Day. Just two James Bond.
It's just yeah. What if there's like a James Bond into the James Bond verse?
That might be sick, actually.
That would actually kind of fucking rule. If they somehow brought back Sean Connery to interact, like have all the James Bonds interacting with each other, that'd be good.
That would be cool. And you animate it so they're all the appropriate age.
Yeah. Dude, why haven't they done that movie? That would be so sick. And they just made it like goofy, and then they have all the fucking girls that die in all of the movies
Yeah.
show up and then die again or some shit. I don't know.
We should write this. We'll do a spec script.
Why are we not writing movies? What are we doing having a podcast? We should be in the movie bit. I mean, watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood again last night, I was like, you know what? I'm Rick Dalton.
He is in movies.
He's in movies. I should be in some Italian westerns.
Fettuccine Western. I've been saying it for years.
I was born in the wrong era, man. I feel like I would have killed it in some Italian westerns.
Yeah. I've been pushing the phrase fettuccine Western for a while now. No one's into it.
A while, like a minute?
A couple months, I think.
I've literally... Oh, my mic just...
Yeah.
It got all topsy-turvy. I literally never heard you say fettuccine Western. Or write it.
That's
now,
probably
to be
true.
fair, I haven't been paying...
Yeah. True. That's true. Let me see if I've ever said it.
So you're just bullshitting, and you're like, well, hold on. Maybe I'm not, but I don't know for sure.
Okay. Maybe I haven't said it to you.
Oh, okay. So you're just saying it to your close
I've been saying
personal friend, Ethan.
That's true. It's
Okay.
my close personal friend, Ethan.
Friend of the cast, Ethan. Guys, go listen to the episode with Ethan on it. Or two, right? There's two. Yeah, there's two.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll hit up EON Productions Limited and pitch them into the Bondiverse, into the James-averse.
Into the Bond.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I see why that could not. That might be bad. Maybe that's why they haven't done it. 007 verse, but you don't say it out loud. You just read it.
It's a movie that you cannot say the title out loud.
Yeah, because it sounds stupid, but it looks fine.
Does it? Write it out right now and tell me that it looks fine. No.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Well, not everything's as easy as Spider-Verse. That's
Yeah.
I mean, that just rolls right off the tongue.
Bond shaken, not stirred through time. Stirred in time? No.
James Bond in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Look, but the point is there should be a James Bond crossover movie. The people, which is right now just the two of us and hopefully our listeners.
Hopefully at least one of our listeners.
It's a good idea for a movie.
Kind of unironically is.
Yeah.
What was my original No Time to Die Another Day?
Yeah.
Let's go with that one.
Yeah. I wonder how many more James Bond, like if you could string together several of them into like just one mostly nonsense, but still like grammatically coherent movie title and make that it. And you make it animated, obviously.
Doctor No Time to Die Another Day.
A James Bond crossover experience. It's not a film, it's an experience.
It is.
It should also be anime because I think that would be funny.
Sure.
Because I think it would alienate anyone who would see this movie other than me.
Doctor No Time to Die Another Day. Fuck. Doctor No Time to Live and Let Die Another Day.
Yes. We did it. It's movie
nailed
magic, baby.
Nailed it. Hollywood, put me on an 8-movie contract.
Yeah. Well, who are we getting to animate this, though?
I feel like this should be an Illumination movie.
You know what? Yeah, we're going to have Chris Pratt voice Sean Connery's James Bond.
How great's Illumination, folks?
Look, the first
The Secret
Despicable
Life
Me
of Pets.
is a good movie.
I don't know about that. It might be.
Does Illumination do Sing?
Yeah.
And Sing too? Okay.
They
Who's
do
doing
the,
Skeleton Roommate?
I think that's nobody.
Yeah. Really? I feel like that would have gotten picked up by now. I mean, the concept art was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a lot of Minion movies, it seems.
They sure did. I think they're still doing them.
Oh, yeah. The Rise of Gru.
Has that come out yet, or has that just been delayed a bunch of times? Because I saw Legos for it.
July 2022.
Oh, okay, so I saw Legos for this movie that literally hasn't come out yet, because that is a funny thing that I noticed as a grown man who walks through the Lego aisle at Target every time I go. You notice that you'll see Lego sets for movies that haven't come out yet that probably were supposed to come out, but I guess Lego's like, well, we're not fucking waiting. We need to get these Minion Legos out.
Yeah.
So now you can buy. I think you can't even buy them anymore. They're probably sold out. But there's these fucking Minion Legos that for a movie that doesn't exist.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking at Illumination films, and one of them is Les Mignons. It's like Les Mis, but with minions.
You're fucking lying. What?
There's no information on it. It has like 3 people in the cast, and there's no cover, there's no synopsis, no like release date or anything. But it comes up.
What?
Speaking of minions,
I don't see it in their Wikipedia page.
it's not on there. I just googled Illumination films, and it was in the list that Google produced.
Sounds like Google's.
They might be lying. I hope they're lying, but it does have Pierre Coffin and Catherine Devenier, 68-year-old woman, known for The Winds of Passion. I also came up with this idea. Now that we're talking about the Minions, Vitaminions to replace the Flintstones vitamins to update it for the modern world.
Do they still make those?
I think they do, and I don't think anyone knows who the Flintstones are anymore.
Also have Fruity Pebbles and like Cocoa Pebbles and shit, and no one.
Yeah, I'm like, no one's watching the Flintstones. They're all watching AI-generated Frozen content on YouTube and like unboxings of slime
And Pokemon cards.
Let's hope.
If only somebody would upload videos more often.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because everyone's really clamoring for those.
Look, I watch them.
They're not bad.
It's a fun little time.
It's
like a little 7-minute break from using my brain.
And sometimes it's like simulating your own gambling, right? Because it's like you're having the thrill of like, is there something here? I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll find out. And then there's something is, and you're like, oh, that's exciting. I was there for it.
And it's also helpful because I wouldn't know if I bought the Pokemon cards. I'd be like,
you'd see this like fucking rainbow color thing,
Clefable, dude. A reverse Clefable, pretty fucking sweet. And then I find out it's worth 2 cents, and I'm like, oh, well, I got excited.
You'd get like a rainbow rare like energy card or some shit, and you'd be like, "What is an energy card? Who fucking cares?" And you just rip it in half, and it's worth probably like $100.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate energy cards. Um,
Yeah, they're an important part of the game. Who DM'd me on Discord? Oh,
it was me.
it wasn't you
Um,
actually.
It
Because we
was
don't DM, we have a secret just a channel. It's not, but not DMs.
no. DMs are too personal, you know.
Yeah, this is just business.
I have one. It's right there. What's the Tom Cruise Jack Nicholson movie? A Few Good Men. Aaron Sorkin. A Few
Sure.
Good Men. A Few Good Men in Black.
How about okay?
Oh.
All right, now we're cooking.
Will Smith.
Will Smith's
Unmatched.
a fucking weirdo.
Unmatched filmography, though.
There's somebody who like, you know, most of the time when people are like, I should like just give up everything, move in the woods, and like disconnect from society. I'm like, you're a little unhinged, and that's like probably not great. Like I've been there, I've said that. We've all said
Yeah.
that. But like, I genuinely think it would be positive for Will Smith to just disconnect, go in the
I
woods.
think
and
he just needs to divorce his wife who hates him. Everything I've
Yeah.
learned about their relationship has been against my will, and it's always like
It's so dark.
his wife is just like, yeah, I fucked Tupac, and also I think he could beat up my husband. It's like, you don't need to say that to people.
Will's like, yeah, man.
Speaking of Will Smith, though, and going into the wilderness, into the wild, wild west, folks.
Wow, this is great. Fucking movie magic.
Mountain
Man.
of bits, dude.
Probably the most bits I've yes-anded in an episode, which it's like more than one.
Yeah,
So
I had to write copious notes just to get to that level.
just to crack a smile on my fucking face.
These are all movies I've never seen. I've seen Wild Wild West. I haven't seen Into the Wild.
How about this? West Elm Caleb side story.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh well, I do.
Tell me about West Side Story.
Well, I don't know anything about that. It's a movie. It came out. I mean, it's a play. That was
Yeah, it was a movie.
A certain sketchy man in Hollywood made a movie out of. Steven Spielberg. But the whole West Elm Caleb thing is really stupid. So there's this guy who I guess works at the West Elm Furniture Store in New York, and his name is Caleb. Theoretically,
Who would have guessed?
who would have guessed? And apparently,
Is this like Alex from Target?
This is like Alex. It is actually exactly like Alex from Target, but like with another like decade plus of women listening to Taylor Swift, kind of warping the whole thing. And you'll see what I mean. I mean that in a very just even keeled, neutral way. Let the record show I'm not bad. But he made the mistake of going on the dating apps, you know, which you should not do.
No,
you shouldn't. And he, I guess, was sort of using the apps to see women and, you know, date / hook up with women. And then I guess would ghost them or like just no longer see them anymore for whatever reason. And the women of New York or wherever he is, I think New York, did not like it. And so they like took to TikTok, basically like shit talking this guy, which turned into like him being a meme and getting gang stalked for just like ghosting women, I guess, or, you know,
yeah.
And also like seeing multiple women at once, but without like promising any of them exclusivity. And, so now like corporations are also like, you know, doing their shitty meme corporate engagement tweets, like dunking on this dude. And it's like, come on, like who, I don't know. Like are guys just not allowed to have options?
I don't know about that. Like I listened to your explanation. I still don't really like get it, but like I get it.
I mean, basically, just went viral for
Like,
not
serial-
consistently dating one person, more or
Yeah.
less, and the TikTok algorithm, I guess, making it something everybody knows about.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok, and I only got like tertiary content about it.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I don't know what this is about, but I'm seeing all the drama.
Right.
I see people referencing this dude. And like, I don't know, he doesn't have 35 girlfriends just for the express purpose of getting a birthday gift every day of the year.
yeah, that guy ruled.
Folks, go back and listen to the birthday episode. No idea what it's called.
Yeah, honestly, anything else we talked about in the episode? Who's to say? Go back and listen to a episode. Maybe you'll find it.
I think it's the Balloon Boy episode.
Maybe that was a good one too. That was a good story.
It might be the same episode. Double good episode.
Or
The Little Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. I had to find out if The Little Prince was a movie or not.
Okay, what does that look like?
I don't know. I have no idea what The Little Prince or The Prince of Persia are about at all.
The Little Prince is about this. It's some fucking like French novel for children that I guess like Netflix made into an animated movie. But it's about this kid who like goes to the moon and like just learns like stupid little life lesson things. I don't know.
So he goes to the moon
and me
and
read the book.
he goes to the moon and he slows time. Is that what the Prince of Persia does? Yeah. He controls time.
Yeah,
The sands of time.
the sands of time. And how great is the power of time
So
control?
he's got like an hourglass, but instead of sand, it's like little moon rocks.
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
why not?
Why not? That's the bit. You know, Paul Giamatti's in this film, and Jeff Bridges and Paul Rudd. Dude, this is a star-studded cast. Benicio del Toro, James Franco, Ricky Gervais.
In The
Little Prince.
I had no idea it was that stack.
Jeff Bridges, Rachel McAdams. Dude, this is friggin'. This is $1 billion movie. It's actually not. It's, I think,
I mean, good for them. It's a lot of people.
$77 million. Box office $97 million, dude. They're raking in dough.
Welcome to Reasonable Beef.
What a saccharine film. That's my impression of Dom Farah.
That's
I've never listened to Reasonable Beef.
if I was like a little sharper and I had some more Coca-Cola, I wasn't going to say Coke. Just to be clear.
Yeah.
I could probably do it, but right now I'm just thinking about poor West Elm Caleb who did nothing wrong. Unless you think he did.
Wild Wild West down, Caleb.
Yeah, there we go. It's the same story, but it's just a Western.
A fettuccine Western.
Hey.
Hey, folks.
Oh! All right.
Buca de Beppo. I'm getting a dirty look from the Italian.
That's racist.
Isn't that the name of a restaurant?
Yeah, it is. There's this one. Did you ever watch
Hey, Olive
Workaholics?
Garden.
Did you ever watch Workaholics?
I have not seen Workaholics.
Oh, first of all, great show. It's like a show that I feel like has had zero cultural impact whatsoever, but is genuinely very funny.
I've seen clips of it, and I'm like, this is good.
It's a good show to like mindlessly binge watch, and maybe that's why it has no cultural, staying power. But then again, like that's what Friends or The Office or Parks and Rec or New Girl are. So
Yeah.
this one's just for the
Friends-
damn fellas. What's wrong with that?
A lot of those like got in early. not early in the TV game, but in like
The
in that
streaming
kind
game.
of like even before streaming, it was just like, hey, you just like you put on Friends, you put on Seinfeld, and you just like
Yeah, because you just have those DVDs.
it was always on. Like The Simpsons to this day is just like on
Well, you
24/7 on
if you go
some channel.
TBS, you go on TBS and you're
Yeah,
at like 5 p.m. You're watching Seinfeld for like 2 hours, and it's like the same
Yeah.
20 episodes that they're working with. But they're all
Yeah.
bangers, so it's fine.
it's true. You know, TBS speeds up the show,
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
and that's a crime.
TBS, come on the podcast along with West Elm Caleb. Defend yourselves together. No, what you defend each other.
Yeah, I want to hear Caleb's point of view on speeding up episodes to get in more commercials. How does he feel about it?
Well, I mean, I think he'd be fine with it because he's probably speeding up dates to get in more dates,
Yeah,
folks.
that's what I call speed dating.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
Olive Garden. I couldn't think of.
We're gonna have to talk after this fucking recording.
Hey, Scatabouche.
I feel like I'm being this. This is almost worse than when Nick was just calling me Chinese for an hour and a half straight.
At least I'm respecting your culture.
Yeah, yeah. At least you're getting my fucking culture right. Thank you.
Hey, Nick's Pizzeria. I don't know any other Italian restaurant chains.
Oh, Papa John.
Yeah. This is what I imagine people in Italy say when they're perturbed. In New York, it's like, hey, I'm walking here, forget about it. And then in Italy, it's,
Yeah. What are they like?
they're just, you know, spaghetti. I was playing Mario 64, Super Mario 64.
On the collection on the Super
On the
Mario
collection. Yeah,
3D All Stars collection.
that's
For the
correct.
Nintendo Switch.
For the Nintendo Switch.
What a game!
Great game. His idle animation, he like goes to sleep and he's dreaming, and then he's just like sleep talking. He's like meatballs, and I was like, I don't know about this one.
Wow, those
He's
data
like,
assists from Japan.
he just says like meatballs and spaghetti over and over again. You're like,
There's no fucking way. I'm gonna go boot the game up. And did you know they got rid of So Long Gay Bowser?
I heard about that.
That is, I mean, why even play the game? I was playing.
But
through
why
it.
would they get rid of it when the canonical story is that they don't say that, they say King Bowser?
He says King.
Allegedly, I've listened quite a lot recently. He definitely does not say King, but that's Charles Martinet's story, at least.
Well,
So
I
long,
mean-
King Bowser. And you're like, no. He definitely hits it hard, in my opinion.
Well, would Bowser be gay if he's always kidnapping Princess Peach?
Look, I ship Bowser and Princess Peach. I've said this before. Mario's just a reply guy. I think that Bowser makes Peach feel wanted, and Mario is just kind of like, you know, you're the only woman in the kingdom.
Yeah, I mean,
Are there other
Fair.
women in Mushroom Kingdom? Toadette.
well, no. Okay, well, is Toadette? She's a girl. Is she a woman? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know enough about the age of Toadette or the age of consent in the Mushroom Kingdom to really go down that rabbit hole. Nor do I really want to. But
I'm gonna look it
I
up. Just for
planted some
myself.
seeds into some people's heads, and they're going to be thinking about that. And you're welcome. Daisy's not from the Mushroom Kingdom. Rosalina's from outer space. Pauline is from New Donk City, I guess, which is not in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Toadette. Vital statistics. Current position, female toad. Current age, 18. Current
Oh.
status, dead.
What?
I didn't know that. Apparently she's dead.
According to who?
Height 6'7", weight 91 kilograms.
Where are you reading this?
This is on supermariobruh.fandom.com. I can send it to you.
Oh, okay. This is Super Mario Bruh.
Yeah, BR. There's no O. I don't know if the chat's working, so you're gonna have to find it on your own.
Let me do this myself.
Dislikes being captured, boring situations, getting hurt, getting thrown at a wall, the IRS, Rule 34 artists. So there's a little bit of...
Okay, so this feels like a fucking fake wiki that you're reading.
I don't know. It looks pretty official to me.
It does. This does not look like the wiki that I'm looking at. Also,
This
the
is
link you
fan
sent me
canon.
didn't work, but that's fine.
I don't think I sent you a link.
Oh, never mind. That would certainly
There we go.
explain it.
Now I have sent you a link. Yeah, born January 13th, 2002, Pisces. Sounds pretty legit to me.
I don't think any of this is real.
No, it actually says in her dislikes that she hates West Elm Caleb too.
Okay, buddy. Okay. Oh, and according to her baseball, she has good chemistry with Princess Peach, Toad, and Toadsworth, and bad chemistry with Waluigi and Bowser, which feels racist.
Here's some fun facts about Toadette. She caused Bowsette to happen.
Oh yeah, I don't like that too much.
She is also responsible for the countless murders caused in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Toadette caused 9/11.
Bullshit.
Toadette fact of the week. She's 100 meters away from your location and has a gun.
Boy, do I hope so. Toadette, come on the podcast to defend yourself. This is egregious.
Let me find a more official source.
Yeah, no, this is just fucking meme bullshit, dude. I don't know how you pulled this out of your ass.
This is the level of research that I do for this show. Gender, female, status, alive. Okay, this is official.
Okay, I mean...
alignment, good.
I mean, that's
Enemies,
strong.
Bowser. Friends, Toad, parentheses, best friend.
No, they're best friends. They're not dating.
I guess Toad got friend zoned, dude.
Dude. Poor Toad.
He's the one saying your princess is in another castle, but it's a little bit of projection, I think.
Wow. This adds a whole other wrinkle to Super Mario Brothers. Did you ever play Paper Mario?
I have not.
It's really good, man.
I was looking into buying it for the Switch.
You can't
have
buy
the-
it. Oh, there's
Origami
That's
King.
origami. Fuck that shit.
I
the
thought they
original
had
N64
The original. I thought you could get it with like the N64 emulator that they have.
Yeah, you have to pay extra money for that though.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
But you get the Animal Crossing DLC for free with it. So
Yeah, that's fine.
or you could not
lost my-
emulate it on your computer.
Yeah,
You could
I
not do
could.
that.
I could buy it for my N64.
You should just not emulate it for your
Yeah,
computer. Point is, Paper Mario is like one of the best little RPGs ever, and it's got so many fun little Toad characters, and they all have like stupid punny names. Whereas like the new Paper Mario is like all the Toads are just named Toad, and they all look the same.
yeah.
Because old Shiggy Miyamoto said, "No unique characters." So it's
racist.
cringe. It's cringe pilled, man. Oh, I was like,
fine.
the audio got very quiet as because you're muting yourself.
I muted
coughing.
myself for the quality of the show.
I was panicked. I was like, uh-oh.
I'm gonna have to take over.
What do I do?
Look, I nailed vamping that one time you got up to get a drink or whatever.
No, it was like to do something with pasta or something.
Oh yeah, you had to stir the pot. I remember now.
Yeah, I'm all about stirring the pot, man.
You know who else stirred the pot?
Who?
Dr. Linda B. Hazard.
Wow, she sounds like a real hazard in the
She is,
workplace.
she is a hazard in the workplace, actually.
Sisters.
So
Spill the tea, sis.
Dr. Hazard, I hope I have not spoken about this woman before.
I don't think you have.
Dr. Hazard, not a medical doctor, received a license to practice medicine through a loophole. And she was grandfathered in under the practice of alternative medicine, which was under the regulations of the state of Washington at the time. And this is, I believe, early 1900s, like late 1800s, early 1900s. And well-known advocate, wrote 2 books on the subject of fasting. Fasting for the Cure of Disease, and Scientific Fasting, the Ancient and Modern Key to Health. And
Dude, Martin Cabello talks about this all. Wait,
he loves fasting.
Is this the lady he was working with? No, that was it's some other person. Never mind.
No, she died a very long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a doctor in 1912. So
fasting is the key in all the world's major religions.
Yeah, so she believed that fasting was, or she believed that every illness to exist is a result of excessive eating. Not true. Not true at all. Blindness, it's other stuff sometimes. That's not an illness. Maybe she's right. So,
like shit, she convinced me.
I came up with my own wrong thing, and that was it. It must have been really easy to trick people in the 1900s.
Dude, again, I was born in the wrong era. I've been such a fucking piece of shit. If I could say things and actually get away with them,
yeah,
and no one could fact check me, I would
zero fact checking,
wheeling and dealing. But like now, it's like, oh, I can't really do anything.
Yeah, I think you would be a legitimate snake oil salesman. You'd probably be selling Love Potion. And you just like put little flowers and water and like.
And I would fucking be so convincing.
You would. You'd have your little hat and suspenders and a striped shirt. Just a little Roman cart, just telling people you have Love Potion. It's got like rocks in the bottom.
They're like
these are the crystals.
Or something. Yeah. I would be like ahead of the times as far as like convincing people to buy worthless rocks that don't do anything.
Yeah.
If I was more of a fucking scumbag now, I would be like, I'm going to open up a rock store and sell tarot cards. It's like, but where's the fun in that? Because people who are buying this shit actually already, like, you don't have to.
Yeah, you're not selling people.
You're just
anything.
like providing them, and they're like already deluded enough to purchase it. Sorry to all the witches listening, but magic's not real.
Mysticism is real, though. I'm on their side.
The thrill of the hunt is what's real. And he's he's back.
It's fine. It's fine.
These are some real quick cuts. Yeah. He's gonna die of COVID.
I might. Honestly, truthfully, I might. Like breathing is difficult, dude. So anyway, Dr. Hazard, practicing a little bit of alternative medicine, and her alternative medicine is just, what if you don't eat? See if that fixes it. Created her own sanitarium where,
dude, why don't we don't have sanitariums anymore?
Apparently they don't work.
Didn't Kellogg?
In ancient Greece they had vomitoriums. What happened to those? Everyone just goes in there and pukes.
Out of vomitorium. I was watching Seinfeld yesterday, and they mentioned a vomitorium, and I thought that was a fake thing, but apparently it's not.
Oh yeah, it's totally real.
What the fuck's
People
a
would,
vomitorium?
it's like the Coliseum, but everyone would go there to throw up.
I don't like that at all.
That's all I know about it. I've heard it in passing twice in my life. So she would just have patients come in and then be like, all right, you're not going to eat anything for like a month and see what happens. So she was like, you can have tomato and asparagus juice, and then like once a week you'll get a teaspoon of orange juice. And then she's given daily enemas to all of them and massages. That was mostly just her like hitting people really hard.
Now that sounds fun. I'm back on board to run the thing. I don't want to get hit.
Yeah. So in her care, 40 people died, and then she's like, "Look, they were already sick, dude. You don't know. I didn't diagnose them, but they had cancer. That's actually why they died. It was not because they weren't eating for a month." And then other doctors, like real doctors, would be like, do an autopsy and be like, yeah, they died of starvation. And she's like, agree to disagree. We're all doctors here.
Yeah, did any of us go to medical school? No.
I don't even know if medical school existed.
Exactly. You could just be like, yeah, I think this is what's right. And people would be like, okay, I mean, sure.
Yeah, like washing your hands wasn't invented at the time.
How great's washing your damn hands?
It's pretty good.
Clearly you weren't doing it enough, though, because you got sick.
I wash my hands. I wear masks. I'm triple vaxxed.
Isn't it funny? You're probably a lot more careful about COVID than I am, and I have not gotten it. I probably never will.
I think you have it right now.
Really?
No. So Dr. Hazard, convicted of manslaughter, only manslaughter, not murder, because, get this, the victim, so 40 people died, and then she's like,
sure.
Yeah, they didn't even have a liver. I don't know.
I hardly know her.
Yeah. They didn't. You need your liver to live. That's why it's called a liver.
It's not called a dyer.
It's true.
We're doctors.
I could be a doctor, dude.
Bad boy
Can't
crimes.
live without your liver.
Medical advice podcast.
So 40 people died, and then one of them, they're like, hey, wait a minute, because that person was...
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, no fucking spaghetti. Oh!
Hey, Eastside Mario's. Wealthy British woman. Wealthy British woman. The trifecta.
That's bad.
The trifecta of people caring about them at the time. Weighed less than 50 pounds at the time of her death.
Uh-oh. Less than 50?
Less than 50.
Oh, God.
She's
not doing well. I mean, because I'd be like, what is she, like 4 feet tall?
Yeah.
Or just a skeleton.
A skeleton for sure.
A skeleton for sure.
And then it was discovered that our good friend Linda here forged this wealthy British woman's will. And, like, come on. You're the doctor, and you're like, yeah, my patient's going to leave their life savings to me. They're going to change their will within the hospital grounds and be like, my doctor should get all
my doctor deserves it because my doctor saved my life. Except they didn't, but they tried.
But like the very fact that the will is being enacted means that it didn't work. Like, look, I feel like
it's all about it's about being honorable. That's the noble thing to do, is to give your doctor everything you own when they kill you.
Dr. Kevorkian just like, put me in your will for at least half of your estate. Stole all of this woman's valuables, all her money, all of her net worth. And then she
Your
was,
net worth is your net work.
yeah, exactly. Not as a British woman in 1910.
No.
And then she would gain power of attorney over her patients by declaring them mentally incompetent.
Yeah, because they
Which,
haven't
like-
been eating.
She's like, I'm a doctor. I get to say.
Their body has consumed half of their brain mass due to starvation. Therefore, they can't. Why were they starving? I mean, who's to say?
Yeah, they're like, this guy believes that he hasn't eaten in 3 weeks. That doesn't make any sense.
That's crazy. How would you even be alive if you know, even though fasting is one of the cornerstones of all the world's major religions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was, now I haven't heard this phrase in a long time, and I kind of haven't really thought about it until just now, but she was sentenced to hard labor, which is like when you go to prison, you're just like, your punishment is you're going to be bored for a long time and you're not going to have good food or like a real bed. But this is like, you're
Probably
not,
other things.
probably
happening
other
to you.
things, but like the official, like
On the books. Yeah.
on the books, getting shanked is not on the books of like, this is what your punishment is. Getting raped, that's like, that's part of the experience, but that's not, the government's not like,
Look,
we're
we've all
gonna,
seen Let's Go to Prison. We know what prison is like.
we've all seen Let's Go to Prison.
We've all
folks.
seen it because it's one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah, but this is like, you're turning big rocks into small rocks. Like, that's your job.
With an erection. Hard labor, get it?
That's like when a trans woman gives birth. Am I right, folks?
Folks, yeah, there we go. I was hoping for a trans woman bit in there.
So pardoned 2 years later, unknown reasons.
Sure, okay. We could all
She
speculate.
starved the warden, probably.
She's like, have you thought about fasting forever? It's great. It heals up your
person
problems.
dies. She just leaves. Gets pardoned, moves to New Zealand, and then gets a job as a dietitian. And then New Zealand is like, no, you're not a doctor. That's not real. You don't get to be a doctor anymore.
Yeah.
Good job, New Zealand. That's why you got a female prime minister now.
And look, the
Doing
Shire
great.
is there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they're doing better than Australia. I feel like the Prime Minister of Australia sucks.
Yeah,
Right.
I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Very
then she
invested into coal and the non-renewable energy sources.
Yeah, and then she died in 1935, and then the son of one of her victims. I don't know. I thought this was her son up until now. The son of one of her victims went on to establish a successful seafood restaurant known as Yo Sushi. No, it's not, but it's the only sushi restaurant I could think of.
But he opened a sushi restaurant. is
A
what you're
successful
Okay.
seafood restaurant in Seattle.
saying. Great.
So good for him.
Folks, go to Seattle and track down the seafood restaurant. Seafood, I eat it. How about that? I have 2 crimes.
Okay.
Oh, that we're getting into the crimes. We started at 45 minutes into the episode. We're like, yeah, maybe we'll do the show.
I think we spent a bit too long on that movie bit.
Those were good movies. Those were good ideas.
Thank you.
We're pulling in the reasonable beef audience who are lost in a drift without Dom and Tim guiding them.
Such a saccharine podcast. I don't know why I think he's so saccharine. all the time.
Dom Farah famously describes everything as saccharine. This is a bit for 3 people. So my 2 crimes are very short. One, Joss Whedon killed a fucking kid.
What?
He drowned when he was like 5. He drowned a 4-year-old.
That's,
Allegedly.
statute of limitations.
I get. I don't know how he's like fucking like what 50 or something.
There's no statute of limitations on murder, so
Well, he's also 5. And also it probably wasn't murder, but he killed a kid.
All right.
Killing is a crime, folks. War is a crime. Bless up. This podcast is all about bringing the troops home. You know, we've been all about that.
All wars are class wars,
folks. Trust nobody.
You're shooting an $80,000 missile with a guy who gets paid less than $80,000 a year at a guy who gets paid less than $80,000 a lifetime.
Yeah, life's all about getting paid in $80,000 increments.
It's true. If you don't get paid the value of a drone in your lifetime, what are you doing? Invest in NFTs, dude.
Do not invest in NFTs. Well, only people investing in NFTs are either people who are in on the grift or complete idiots.
Yeah. I want to be in on the grift, but I feel like I'll just be played like a complete idiot.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. People get into it under the assumption that there's going to be a bigger idiot than you that you can grift.
Yeah.
But there's a not that many idiots in the world. You know what I mean? Like there is, but like they all have to be like, yeah, I have the money to do NFTs and not have already done them. And
yeah, there was
everyone's
the guy
trying to grift everybody else. Nobody gets got. So
there
everybody
was the guy who bought an NFT for like $20,000 or something, and then sold it to himself for like $3 million.
Yeah.
And then he sold it to somebody else. He's like, last sale was $3 million. I'm selling it to you for $300,000. And they're like, oh shit, sick deal.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
a good.
I mean, it's a common thing where people just buy stuff and sell it among us. And my second crime, because I had 2 this week. We were talking about Italy a lot. Well, a little something happened to some Italian senators this last week.
Okay,
they're doing they're doing a Zoom call, and there's apparently a funny bit where people who were not invited to Zoom calls kind of hop in. Hey, you have something to say? You raised your hand. Okay, you just wanted to.
I just wanted to.
You just want to yank my damn chain. Okay, I'm trying to talk about my fucking people over here, and you're fucking distracting me after being fucking racist this whole episode. I will not stand for that. Because I'm sitting down in my chair while I'm recording the podcast.
Luigi.
Oh. Anyway, so
Luigi's Mansion.
That's way too scary, man. I haven't even bought those fucking Super Mario Legos. They're just too fucking scary.
It's fucked up.
I walk through the Target Lego aisle and I'm like, get that away from me.
Every like 3 months, I will DM Arthur a gif of Luigi's Mansion on Twitter.
Does it do anything?
He says, keep that fucked up shit away from me.
I'm gonna start. I want to have his phone number. Does he have an iPhone? Because I'll send him an invisible ink message, so you have to click on it first to see what it is, and then he'll get jump scared by Luigi's Mansion.
Just the text, yeah. I'll give you his phone number.
Just a picture of a ghost. Yeah,
ghost. Yeah, I have the authority to give away his phone number.
Yeah, folks, join the Discord if you want Arthur's phone number. It's the pinned tweet on our Twitter. At Bad Boy Crush Mob. Anyway, back to the fucking story. I don't know, I'm getting distracted.
Italian senators.
So somebody joined the Zoom call, and they thought it'd be really funny to play a Blender porn video.
Okay.
Of Tifa from Final Fantasy VII getting fucked. And there's a whole lot of upset Italian senator women. Yeah. And then they like,
and the men were all like,
and then they posted like somebody else
Mamma
jumped in. So, folks, Tifa Lockhart, honorary Italian, I think, which is
yeah, she made the cut.
She made the cut. I mean, she looks pretty Japanese, but she could be.
So do
Italian. It's Chinese. Folks, vote now on your phones. Which ethnicity do I look like?
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. That's not a good bit. we've learned that's not.
Yeah, we should
Something we
not
should
lean
do.
into racism as much
It's,
as we
it's,
do.
it's just an observation.
We're not racist. If you are racist, that's bad. Don't listen.
Don't do it. Don't hate other people for any reason.
It's just funny to pretend sometimes. It's cosplaying.
It's funny to make fun of me for maybe looking not. I don't know. It's so weird though. In practice, when people actually do it, like to me in real life, like
Yeah.
not as a Nick Oldershaw bit, but but like when I have been hate crimed for being Chinese when I was like 12 at swim camp,
Yeah.
which was a very confusing because like I didn't even have that one John Mulaney bit where he described the same thing to him.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, I thought that was just a me thing. Like those kids were just being racist. Okay, cool.
Yeah. That'll happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Children will be racist at you.
And they're wrong.
It
And
is wrong.
it's a very complicated emotion that you feel
Yeah.
because you're like mad that they're wrong, and then you're also mad that they're being racist. But which mad are you more mad with? Who's to say?
Who's
folks-
to say?
Don't post porn in your Zoom meetings unless
Yeah.
that's what the Zoom meeting is about.
If you're like, if you work for a pornographic studio,
Yeah,
if you,
if you're like trying to have people proofread your animations or something or whatever,
Mhm. yeah,
sure, then do
check
that.
if there's any Z fighting on the titties.
Yeah,
I know animation terms.
I don't. I was like, okay, sure. Folks,
I don't know
how
what it means.
great's Tifa Lockhart though? Vote now on your phones. Is Tifa Lockhart hot?
Yep.
I do remember when I was streaming Final Fantasy VII Remake, and like Robbie would just be like, "Tifa's hot." He like popped in to just see Tifa in like whatever dress I picked out for her, and then he like popped in to like watch the rhythm game in the club where Cloud is dressed as a girl,
Yeah.
which admittedly very funny scene, very funny moment.
How about Robbie Badloos? Got him,
You mean Dalton Pruitt, folks?
folks. Yeah, that's it
That's
for
it.
me.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you have any plugs?
No. Listen
I don't
Listen to this episode.
Yeah, just play it a few times, bump those numbers up. And we are on a podcast network, so listen to the other podcast on the Cretan Podcast Network.
Yeah, check
The
out
Doug's out.
at Cretan Podnet on Twitter.
Give that a follow so you can stay up to date on everything within our network. If you host a podcast and you would like to be in the network, talk to me. We'll work out a revenue share program for you. And if Wendy's, if you're listening, you want us to do ad reads, I already tweeted about it, but just give us some coupon books.
Literally give me like $2 off of Frosty one time. Ad reads
Done
for
deal. For life.
ad reads for the rest, at least the rest of 2022.
You won't get better value than that on our show or on any podcast. So
That's pretty good.
it's not bad.
It's not bad. It's better than your fucking commercial with the look. When you remember the Wendy's commercial where they did memes
Oh
and it would like freeze frame and it'd be
yeah.
like eat a Baconator like a boss.
Oh yeah, I remember
That was on TV.
We're better than that, and you'd spend much less money on us. So
What I've realized is literally that commercial happened and all of those memes died. That entire format of meme is dead.
Those memes were already kind of dead, anyways.
They were already kind of dead, but that commercial happened and they don't make those anymore. Advice animals, done. Now memes are like,
Technically, do advice animals though.
now it's coming back as an irony thing, maybe, or it should. But now memes are like a picture of shadow people. And it's like me and the boys searching for beans at 3 a.m. It's like,
And I'm like, wow, literally me.
yeah. So that Wendy's killed memes in a way, or they rebirthed them. So thanks. And Wendy's, they also invented corporate Twitter garbage.
They did.
They invented that, and it kind of sucks. And also, they really push the idea that it's like just an intern, but that's definitely like a marketing team. That's like senior ad reps are doing that.
Yeah, some fucking white old dude that looks like me.
He's like 43 probably.
Yeah. So I don't look that old.
And he's
Right?
getting paid. No, you look 41. I'm
Right, this podcast's
kidding.
over. It's fine. You look 35.
It's fine. You look like Rick Dalton.
Hey, I
Same.
kind of look.
Same.
If I grew out the mustache with this long hair, I could do that one scene where he's in the western.
Mm-hmm. You could.
I could.
I'll be Cliff Booth.
In many ways, the dynamic of this podcast is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I will
You're
not.
And you're not getting sent to jail for no poontang.
Yeah,
And I'm sad.
and I will not like beat up Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee.
And you will not murder your wife.
I will not. Cliff Booth. I think he's innocent, folks.
I've been saying that. I've been saying he didn't murder his wife, and some people don't believe that. But I think
Your loss.
would a guy who killed two young people who were attacking him kill also his wife? I don't think so.
He's clearly a noble man. Yeah, that's it. That's the episode.
All right,
Thanks
bye.
a lot, Wendy's. Buy Wendy's anyway. Fuck it. Just
No,
give
it's not an ad. Hashtag not an ad. Buy Wendy's, not an ad. Unless they want it to be, DM me.
If you don't want it to be, hashtag buy Burger King.
Oh, also not an ad.
Also not an ad. We will anti-ad Wendy's, though, if you don't send me $2 off a Frosty. I think Frosties are less than $2.
They're 99 cents.
All right, bye.
Bye.